For the SEC, maybe we can expect some preparation from Yu Yangyi.
I think so, but if you were preparing against Hikaru and you look at his online games, it's going to be a lot of work.
Let's start with our patented A3. Plays D5, we'll go, let's go knight F3. Now this is 5+1, by the way, so because it's 5+1, it's a little bit different.
Now look at the disrespect. He opens up with A3 against Yu Yangyi and takes a sip from his cup.
Now Yu Yangyi is actually pretty high rated, so trying to play this match on the silly side is a little bit, it's not so bad objectively, but like I could actually gain a lot of rating points here because I'm playing someone pretty high rated if I can dominate. But the most important thing with 5+1 is that 5+1 is extremely slow. So basically what it is essentially like 6, 7, 8 minutes of just dilly-dallying all over the place, and then trying to use a lot of time in castles. Of course I'll play bishop b2. Goes b6. Now this is already, see, this is a good example where in a blitz game 3+1 I would take immediately, but I want to think here.
These positions would be pretty standard if white's pawns would be in a2 and b3. Here with the pawn on b4, it gives white a little bit more space on the queen side, so it hasn't worked out in the worst way for Hikaru.
You get this structure, but here in this position I have this structure with a3 b4. So because of the structure, I assume I trade because b4 will stop c5. It's my assumption. Could be right, could be wrong. Takes with a knight, interesting. Could play d3 here. I can also go knight c3. I have a feeling the taking might have been wrong, actually. But let's go knight c3, keep it simple. Gonna play queen c2, maybe target the diagonal, maybe h4 somewhere in here. We'll see what he does. I can always take now. I can also go b5 here. See, if I take b5, yeah, let's go for this. I don't actually know if this is good, and objectively in 5+1 I should be moving a little bit slower, but whatever, it's game number 1, who cares, not me. I don't know if b5 is right either, probably not. I feel like I'm moving too fast here.
I think white's gonna, I don't know, play knight d4 just to fight for the c6 square, but play a bit slower.
We go knight d4, knight c5, knight c6 maybe. I'm looking at knight c5, knight 6 takes, queen d6, d4, and I think that's just winning. I actually have a feeling I'm doing quite well here, weirdly enough. I also have e4 to kick the bishop out of town. I also have knight c6. I mean, unless he has c5 maybe. Oh, he might have c5. Might have c5. Okay, doesn't do it, so he lets me get knight c6, and I don't know. I mean, this looks good to me, but what do I know anyway? Oh, this is actually a big mistake from him, because after takes he, oh no, takes. Oh no, it's not a mistake. What am I smoking? I thought after takes I could take, but then he just takes the rook. Okay, so we go on, keeps going. Pretty straightforward situation here. Is this pawn good or is this pawn bad? That's all this comes down to. Knight f6 logical. I can play d4. I assume bishop e2 makes a lot of sense here. I don't actually love my position, by the way. Like, actually really don't love it. Let's go here, hit the queen. I have this feeling that I'm moving too fast, but who cares? Let's go here and rook c3 or queen c3. Yeah, I'm definitely moving too fast. I can feel it. Like, if this is 3+1, my time usage is completely fine. But 5+1, I'm moving too fast. I'm definitely moving too fast.
This is the kind of position where, as described, like Yu Yangyi is a very solid player. He's gonna just slowly, reroute that knight and make some progress. I think this position is very comfortable for black.
Oh, can I play a Bond Cloud with King E2? It's really early in the match, so I can afford to have some fun, probably. I mean, I am a streamer after all. Like, this is a fun match for me. So let's go King E2. Let's play a Bond Cloud. Why not? Let's play a Bond Cloud, bring the rook to the center of the board, and just play chess. Yeah, let's go D3, stop E4. Later in the match, I probably wouldn't play like this. This is later in the match. I think I'd be a little bit more careful. But we're so early that I feel it feels like the right idea. Queen B3, E4, No, so let's go queen c2, cover against e4. It doesn't actually stop e4 necessarily, but it's a move. Although I get rook d1 at the end too.
This is a perfect opportunity for Yu Yangyi to like get some like confidence. This position, he sees the king on e2, black's fully developed. I mean,
I just have to make sure there are no tricks like rook c4. This is what I'm actually happy this is 5+1, at least temporarily, because this is where I need to use my time and not blunder. Rook b3 also a move here. Rook b3 may be better. Go queen c4. I think rook b3 is actually better to go queen c4. Yeah, let's go here so I can play queen c4. See, in a 3+1 I would have played rook c4. Actually, I kind of have to play this because I hang a3. Actually, rook c4 just hangs a3. Wake up, wake up, wake up. That's so bad. But in 3+1 I would have played rook c4, hung upon an a3, and probably lost the game. So yeah, once I get rook c1 here, I guard, I have queen c4, and I can pressure the diagonal. I mean, it's not like it's winning or anything, but I think I'm starting to unwind this. I think I'm actually almost a little bit better here. So I can also go g3 and then create the fianchetto for the bishop, because g3 allows the e4, and there's no knight f4 either. So position's improving quite a bit for me here, quite a bit. He goes h6, which I don't particularly love. Rook c1 is a move. G3 is also playable here. I think g3 is actually just a good move because it stops any knight f4s. If f5, I can definitely play e4 here. I can also play rook c1 and queen c4. I mean, I'm going to go queen c4 at some point. It's just, do I do it now or not? If I go queen c4, e4, but
Hikaru has like a slightly worse position. I noticed, you know, he plays quickly and he puts pressure everywhere else on the board. So here, it's definitely not better here or super comfortable yet, but the pressure's on black with the time situation, and that's going to be definitely a recurring theme today.
And I'm sure Hikaru now going for a think.
knight f4 though. Rook c1, queen h. I think I'm going to play rook c1 and then queen c4. He does have queen h3, but I assume he's not actually threatening to ever take. Okay, it goes there. So now, of course, I play queen c4 to pressure the knight. I have rook b5 to pressure the knight as well. I think rook b5 is a move. There's also e4, but I don't like e4. I could play g4 maybe, or h4. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go h4. Just gonna try to start pushing the p and expand on the king side a little bit here. Maybe I can create the flying V with this formation too. Goes queen e7, reasonable move. I have h5. I don't really love it. I have a4, a5, rook b5, knight b4 doesn't look right. What I need to do somehow here is improve the position. I don't actually know how I'm supposed to do that. So I'm just gonna play this quiet rook h1 move. Doesn't do anything, but I think I'm gonna go g4, g5. Oh, he's queen e6 to force a draw. Oh. Plays queen e7, so he's happy to make a draw. Now, on one hand, I should be happy to make a draw here because I've played a very silly opening. But on the other hand, it's game number 1. It's so early. I don't want to make it a draw. It's gonna fianchetto the king to g2. Here, I don't see any tricks. Knight e3, I just take. e4, I just take. Yeah, as long as there are no tactics here, I should be fine. Only problem with putting the king here is that in the end game, if he ever goes knight e7, I want my king in the center versus on g2. Goes there. That looks very slightly wrong to me. I don't know why exactly, but it feels wrong. Maybe I can go like, no, queen g4, knight e7. Okay, let's go here. Oh, that's just a blunder. I just hung a pawn. What the heck? I just hung a pawn. He missed it. He could have played rook c6. Welcome to the Hikaru effect. He could have played rook takes c6. I just hung a pawn. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, wait. So think. Don't hang your house. e7, queen c3, maybe. It's not a threefold, right? Queen f6 is not a threefold. No. Okay. Rook b5, knight e7, bishop e4, maybe. Risky. Well, let's go for it. Why not? Let's play rook b5, attack the knight. He's gonna move back. We'll go bishop e4. He does have queen e6, I guess. Yeah, now I go here. I have a classic wooden shield here. You can play a6, rook b3, b5, but it doesn't look right. He goes queen 6. I feel like this is where I need to squeeze him on the clock a little bit. He's getting a little bit low on time. I mean, oh, that's horrible. He's got G. Oh no, I have G5. Wait, what am I smoking? I'm trying to sort of cheese him a little bit on the clock here. Go H5 maybe. Let's go H5 here. Here goes A5. Some point I want to play F4 or D4. It's just a question of when exactly. I can always go back to B5 too. How do I do this though? We'll go here. I need to get F4 in at some point. C8. Wait, I think I'm better here.
Pawn on e5 is a little bit weak. If Hikaru can get his king over to e4, it looks pretty unpleasant for black. And he's up 10 seconds, and there goes the king.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm better, but am I actually
does
able
it,
to win this? I'm not sure that I can.
Getting
win
into an
this.
endgame where white's king is already on e4, d5, that's not going to be
wow,
easy to hold at all for Yangyi. I mean, once Hikaru gets active, that's usually not a good sign. He doesn't give you much breathing room.
Wait, why am I so low on time suddenly? What the heck?
Did sack that c6 pawn again. Now he goes back with his rook to c4. If Yu Yangyi can get the king to e6 here, this should be pretty fine for black. And wait, actually, Eric, if he can get the rook to d5
I should
and
play
c5,
D4, not F4.
there could also be chances for black.
Is he preparing king d6 right here? I guess there's...
I think so, yeah.
And if d4, I don't know if f5 check works, but then maybe rook. Black has to make a tough choice here.
Followed by b5.
He's down to 4 seconds. He didn't.
Oh, that's a blunder. Rook g3.
Yes,
He blundered. I think I'm gonna win now.
Hikaru immediately sees that, of course.
Yeah, take the pawn on g7, and you're not hanging on to that c7 pawn.
And now I'm gonna win. There we go, boys. 1 up, 1 down. Good first one with A3. Anderson opening to OP. Exactly what you need to do in 3+1. Now, because I'm already up 1 game, I'm gonna play very rock solid with black, at least at the start. Because this is where I want to be solid, and if he wants to play the 4 knights or something, he can't. Is he going to go bishop b5? He is. Now, I said I want to be solid, but do I actually want to be solid or not? This is what I lost to Fedo Save in the World Cup, I think in 2017, 16, whatever it was. I can be solid or not solid. Bishop b4 is like the... Knight e4 is the sharp line that actually... I had this against Wesley in the Global Chess Championship last year? I think last year. So that burned 13 minutes off the clock as well. So good start. Very, very good stuff. Normally white plays d3 first. I don't know if it matters, but I'm just going to castle. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get this one d6. Probably he'll take. Let's go here. I can always go c6. I can also just play h6 first. I think I'll play c6. Why not? Let's just go h6. I don't even know if this is necessary, but I don't want to allow something weird to happen. Probably it doesn't matter at all whether I play h6 or knight g6 first, because we're gonna get the same position no matter what. And I'm probably marginally worse here, but it shouldn't be that bad. It's a classic Gucci piano setup here. Let's go bishop c7, of course. Can take or play d5. Bishop c7, maybe not right. Yeah, and I think I'm supposed to start pushing p on the queen side normally. This is marginally worse for me. That much I do know. I lost something like this against Vishy Anand. Let's go a5. Go b5. I know this is not correct, but I don't care. I'm just going to start pushing the p. Okay, I think I go bishop e6 here. Target the pawn on a2. I think if bishop h6, I just take and drop the queen.
He's pushed his pawns up to a4 and b5. So then now this move bishop b6 is a little bit uncomfortable to deal with.
I actually think Yu Yangyi misplayed this very slightly, because he's not supposed to let me get the pawns all the way down like this, I don't believe. A little bit slow on the clock. I'm down to 4 minutes already, but it's 5 + 1. He goes knight f5. Oh. So he wants to go bishop h6. This could be a little bit scary, actually. This could be a little bit dangerous. Knight h7, maybe? h6, g6, queen h6, queen h6. I think knight h7 is okay, but I'm not sure. Think about this. Knight h7, d5. If I take knight f8, bishop h6, g6, queen h6, queen e7, g4. Seems dangerous. Probably I should have gone queen e7, queen f8 first. Probably. Anyway, let's see. So he's played knight f5. So let's think. This is 5 + 1. So this is where I can actually afford to think. Queen h6, e4. Wait, maybe I can take here, take, and then e4 maybe. But takes here,
player, but,
takes de5, de5.
Hikaru doesn't mind testing him early on,
g4,
and
then e4, then
bishop
g5.
takes h6 leads to a fighting position. You might encourage that, so wouldn't be surprised to
Doesn't
see
look wonderful.
something
But
besides
do I have
bishop
anything
takes
else?
f5.
Right, and Eric, look at the clock. Yu Yangyi now up 90 seconds. So, do you think in that first game he was maybe shaking off a
No,
little
I
bit
don't
of
think
rust?
I do.
Hikaru probably also dealing
really
with some
wanna
opening
play it,
problems
though,
here,
that's the
but this one is
problem.
definitely looking better for Yu Yangyi.
Okay, if it loses,
Yeah,
it loses, I don't care.
It's still early on.
I
in
could
the
play
opening
knight f4 and
stage,
sack
and
a
he's
pawn,
going to
too.
be pretty well prepared in a lot
But
of
now
those
let's just
positions.
go for it. If
It's
this
just
is
later in
losing
the
here with the
middle
sack,
game
so
when he's
be it.
outside
If
of
this
the
is just
opening
losing,
that
actually, if he
a little,
takes no, I don't have
concerned about his time
e4, queen
usage,
g5.
but,
Doesn't work.
I do
So
expect
have
him to
take.
be
So I'll
pretty well
pre-move it.
prepared in these e4, e5 systems.
Right, and we see Hikaru trading on a 5 followed by knight f8.
Yeah,
Is
looks
Yu
good.
Yangyi gonna go for the sacrifice with bishop takes h6? I guess the idea is that after black takes,
Actually, I can see Yu
you can
Yangyi's
maybe
face.
include capturing.
It's funny
on
because
e5
I'm
as
not
well,
actually in a
and
Zoom
then take
call.
the queen on
I
h6.
have to look
The
back.
black queen
I have
on
to look
d8
back
will
at the
be
Zoom
hanging,
call.
also the black king on
Second
g8 is
camera. I can
exposed,
actually
but
space.
after something like
So
queen
if I want
e7,
to see his
to me,
expression,
it's
instead of
not
actually
100%
forward
obvious
normally to you guys, I'm gonna
how
look
white
back
is
like
going
every
to
like
continue the attack.
every
But
like 5
if
seconds.
you don't go for it, black can go for
Hopefully the
e4
match doesn't
followed by
get to a point
d5,
where that
and there
matters.
black looks to be completely fine.
Because against somebody
Yeah, I
like
think here,
Magus, that does
White needs
actually
to
matter
hold
quite a
position
bit,
somehow.
especially when you're in
So
like the
taking
3-1 and you're in
even
the
on
bold
e5
section.
once might be,
Having some
might be
idea
the
of
way to
how he's
play, and
feeling
then
is
follow
very,
the
very
g4,
critical.
but Yangyi definitely needs to keep the position open. You got the
Okay, so
bishop
Yu
right
Yangyi's
here,
using all
long
day
block to
here.
play e4.
Yeah, it goes
It's
for it.
not in the spirit of the position.
Take, let's
so
go here.
anything but that.
And he's gone for it. He's sacked
I mean,
on
this is
e5
losing, it's losing, and so
and
be
traded
it.
on
I
e5, and
don't
now
really
queen
care.
e7 by Hikaru. He has to keep defending the knight on f6.
But I
So
don't
let's
see
see
the
what
win.
White is
If I
going
get
to do
knight
here.
H, I
Maybe
mean,
something
the only
like
question
g4,
is G4.
g5,
Like the
attacking
line
the
that I
knight,
was
and then I
expecting
move
is like
have
G4,
f6,
E4, G5, knight
taking the
E7,
queen,
takes,
and threatening a
knight
checkmate.
D4, rook A6. I'm
Definitely
down a
some
pawn.
issues here
But is
for
it actually
Hikaru, and
losing? I mean, white's extra pawn
has
is
the
double
time
pawn. I'm
to
not
come up
convinced.
with something good.
Yeah, knight g5 also. I was looking at just
We'll
to
see.
keep
I mean, of course, it very easily could just be
black,
losing. But who cares?
stuck there, but it's not totally clear to me what the threat is. I think Yangyi probably has to just bank on there being compensation.
He's
and,
using a
like,
lot of
an
time
initiative
here,
I don't
so-
see any knockout punch. I don't know.
He's
about you
probably
guys,
going to burn
but
most of his time here if I had to guess.
see
Me
a check,
neither,
and
yeah.
Because
that's
it's a
about it.
situation where either white
Yeah,
is
you
winning
have to
or
check
white
over
is not
here, but
winning,
Hikaru
and
just goes king
because
h8,
whatever he
and if you
does, the
check again, he
situation
can
will
block with
clarify.
one of
So
the knights.
will clarify a lot in
So
the next 5 moves. So he's going to want to move
not
very
obvious to
quickly.
me.
to try
I
and
do like the
clarify
fact
it.
that Yu Yangyi
Or
went
not
for
quickly.
it.
He's going to use
Again,
all his
like,
time.
you
So
only
as soon
get
as
so
he
many
makes his
opportunities
decision on which
against
idea to
Hikaru.
go
He's
for, the
often
position
going
will
to
become
provoke
very,
you a
very
little
clear
bit,
very
and you just
quickly.
have to go for it in such cases. So let's see what he's going to come with. I still like this idea of g4.
I suspect
Let's
this
say
is losing,
black
by the
goes
way. I do
e4,
suspect
there's
that probably
g5.
computer
The
shows
thing for
is like
Hikaru, though,
+3
is
or
that
+4.
he doesn't have to move this knight.
But
He
we'll
can
see. I don't, at least to
protect
me,
it with
for a
his
human,
other
it's
knight,
not
and in
obvious.
case of
So
white
it's
takes,
not
he
obvious
can
to me, then
recapture it with
what's the big
either the
deal?
knight
Okay, so
or
he does
with
go
the queen,
G4, is what I expect.
and it's not
So I
too bad,
assume I
and
play
never see to move
E4.
g4 on the board.
G5, knight h7 is
Yeah, the
is line.
g5 move you mentioned. I mean, g5 and then f6 coming. What am I
Because
missing?
if he doesn't play G5,
What's
I'm going to
Hikaru
get queen
planning after
E5 or
G5
rook
here?
E8. Yeah, go
I
here.
think he has to go knight
trade.
h to h7, and there we go. So in case white takes, you can now recapture. I think with the queen, that looks completely fine.
Of course,
to
I
me.
can't
He
move
pretty
my
much
other knight
forced
to
a
h7
queen
because then
trade
f6
there.
would lead to a
The knight on
lolly on
f6 will defend the
g7.
pawn on d4.
Famous checkmate
So
named
maybe
after
Yu Yangyi
Jean-Baptiste
has to
Lolly, the
delay
Italian
taking on
painter.
f6 and move
Let's
this
take
knight
and trade.
first, but he takes
And
on
now I
f6
think
right away.
I mean, he's got knight g5, which I didn't. I've got a3
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
White's gonna go knight g.
He's knight g5.
I mean, the problem is there's some opposite bishops and this e3 move
that's
at
a little
the
bit
right time.
unfortunate. That's actually more than a little unfortunate. Do I have a?
How good is that?
A3. He's got bishop b3, so I can't play a3.
Exactly. Yeah, he's up this h pawn and
See, rook
perhaps
d8 maybe a
f
move.
pawns, but
Actually,
black
rook
can
d8
also go for a move
takes,
like
knight
a3,
e4
attacking this
takes,
pawn over
rook
here, and after
d2.
b4, maybe something like bishop e5, and it's very difficult to protect that pawn on c3. So, like you mentioned, with the opposite color bishops, Hikaru will have excellent drawing chances here. And he's also up 30 seconds on the clock, so let's see how he will do it.
I don't want to burn all my clock here, but I feel
I like the a3 move you mentioned, just to like
e3 takes
break
bishop
up the
b6.
pawns. Definitely looks like a little unpleasant to deal with.
Knight d5, bishop e4, a3.
But I think Hikaru was just thinking here, like
bishop e4, a3 takes.
He realizes he's losing the e pawn, but how can he make it as messy as possible and make White's
I don't want to play, but I think it's the only move I have here, unfortunately.
As hard as possible.
Right, he's played rook a to d8, so is it?
I really wanted to play e3. I think after
eventually
fe3,
he can include a trade on d1.
There might have been bishop g3.
So let's see. Maybe Yu Yangyi has to take on d8 first himself.
Which might. I
think in this game it's going to be very unlikely that Hikaru will win, especially since there is always a 1 second increment. But you know, a draw with the black pieces is also fine result here. He keeps his lead in the match,
wait a second.
and then he can try again with white.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Can black go rook d2 here?
I feel like this is wrong, and I don't know why.
Rook d2, rook e2.
E3's got fe3. This feels slightly wrong.
And just trade off everything and hold the endgame without, like, the rooks and the knights.
Yeah, is it?
If he gets 4 versus 1, but the pawns are split wide,
Good question. I don't know. I mean, it seems rather risky, as after all of these trades, all of your pawns are on light square, so it's very easy for them
5, 6, 1, 2. I'm only down a
drop
pawn
off. I think if black keeps the pawns even on the queen side, it's probably a draw. But if white goes up a pawn on the queen side, I think it should just be winning, because white also has this passed h pawn. So that would be a little bit risky for Hikaru, who's actually in real danger of losing this game. He's also down 15 seconds, and he settles on the move rook d5 to pick up the pawn on f5.
I mean, it's probably still a draw.
Yeah, so knight f5, black's going to take on f5, and bishop takes...
I think king f1 might have been a big mistake, actually.
Yeah. Bishop takes e4, knight
maybe
takes
not the
e4.
end of the world, but I think it was a mistake.
I would keep the knight. Always have this impression, you know, having the knight in the end game. I'm gonna have some tricks, and I have the extra pawn.
See what he does here.
And then
okay, so he takes the bishop. I go here. I hit the pawn.
There we go.
And we see the move rook d2 now by Hikaru. His idea is that in case of rook e2, now you can trade and go bishop f4, attacking the knight.
A3,
so
I can take with the
takes
pawn.
on c6 first and goes rook e2, a3 by Hikaru.
Not trivial.
Little
this
move.
is not
now
trivial
you never
for
want
white
to trade
anymore. I think I'm
going
to pull my
b2, which is
going
to be queen right after.
Carlson and draw.
We see 94 by Yu Yangyi. Does this allow Hikaru to just trade everything down?
Wait a second.
And go after
so
the pawn on c3? I think he should just be able to hold there.
But maybe Hikaru wants to go for
I think there's just a draw.
H5, knight f4,
yeah, I'm gonna pull. I'm doing my classic Magnus Carlsen impersonation. Like play a bad opening and well, he doesn't play bad openings normally, but typically like when Magnus gets a worse position, he's able to pull out a miracle draw, and now I just trade.
Yeah, now it's just a draw. He takes an e2.
Yeah.
Eric, I wanted to point out this real quick.
Here,
after
coordinate.
Yeah, it's just going to be a draw now.
Now
but
the question is, we are only one game in. Do I burn the clock?
Followed by c4. Black gets two passers on b2 and c4, but they're blocked.
It's a funny question. Should I burn the clock down here? Burn another minute. We're down to 66, 56.
Maybe that would give him some chances.
I think I should just because. There's nothing quite like using the shot clock to your advantage. So I'm actually gonna burn this. I'm gonna burn the clock all the way down on purpose here.
Yeah. So this one is just gonna be a draw.
And it's pretty early, mind you. I mean, doing this in the second game of the match is a chance for you. It's a little bit early for it, but again, you never know what's gonna happen. I assume on average,
I don't know if white has realistic winning chances.
Perhaps
not, because the bishop stops the pawn.
Right?
The king stops this pawn, but you know, maybe this could.
His best chances should be in 5-1 and 3-1 So like. Because of that,
I mean, also I guess early on,
because in 5+1 and 3+1 those are his best chances. I should actually just I should try to take more time out of the 5+1 portion.
Got to take those chances, as we mentioned. Not going to get too many really good positions against Hikaru. At least I don't expect it. So he's probably a bit disappointed. But
what was the capture? The last capture was on what?
Early days.
And move 40, I was just about to say, like, why hasn't this game ended in a draw yet? But it is the SCC. There is that match clock. that we see ticking down, and perhaps Hikaru just wants to bleed the clock as much as possible, give Yu Yangyi the least chances to ever make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I think Hikaru is a very comfortable favorite in this 5-minute portion, but that advantage will only increase in the 3-minute or 1-minute portion. So it's in his interest, I guess, to just like repeat moves, shorten the format, and it probably frustrates opponents. Like, I mean, some players just don't like repeating moves a million times. They just, you know, they want the draw to happen right there.
Now we get to run it out another Hikaru, 50 moves, of course.
Prolongs it with that pawn move.
Exactly. Yeah. The one thing he has to be careful of when he put his king on a fade is not to allow White's king to come up to G6.
The on move 83, really so now I will burn another 50.
But
ooh, Bishop G5,
goes H4, H5. That actually only makes
stupid of me, actually.
the game less longer. While there's no way at all for White to win. Okay, now we just have to wait for the 50 move rule to kick in. Hikaru is just gonna put his bishop on
83,
any dark
so the
square on
next
the board
captures move,
until Cheslakan will say it's a draw.
Next
you can criticize it, but it is smart.
93, 103, 113, 133, right? Yeah, 133.
Even shaving a minute off of the game clock might, you know, be very important in the end. So, I think Hikaru's happy with this part.
Yeah, for sure. And how much time
it's actually
has
very
he
hard to find
a
specific place.
it's definitely over a minute. I think we're definitely close to 2.
Actually, wait. When did he push H5?
No, I mean
H5 was move 92. Sorry, he pushed H5.
Like
so now it's reset. So now it's
this was an example.
142
like
actually,
game,
right?
I was like, you know, let's get rid of this format. I'll take the draws where I can, and punish him when it gets to the 3-minute aspect.
All right, now Yu Yangyi is moving his king over, but I don't think he can ever really do anything. I think for Yu Yangyi, you just have to accept the fact that this is just a draw. There's nothing to do. Hikaru's bishop on b2 guards the f6 pawn and the pawn on a3. So I think he should just
and
move
even
his
though White
back
has
to
2
G4
extra pawns here, by the way, it's
pre-move
still a draw.
bishop e3 to e6. Those are 2 safe pre-moves because both of those squares are covered. And that way you get this game out of the way as quickly as possible.
Well, do you think he's offered Hikaru a draw through the game controls?
It's a good
Some
question.
players would have pressed the draw button by now, and then the question is, who's offering the draw and who's declining the draw? This is a psychological battle. You never want to be the one to
I took 3 minutes off the clock, though, right? It looks like I took 3 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, this one is definitely going to be a draw now. Players just moving back and forth. Hikaru doesn't have to worry about a repetition,
3 more minutes off
as
the clock.
Yu Yangyi has moved his king around. Maybe now Hikaru is doing the math. When was the last pawn move? Let me check real quick.
Yep. All right.
That happened.
There we go. We got the draw. Let's keep going. Took 3 minutes off the clock. Let's play A4.
It finally kicked
play
in.
every
so
move under the sun.
Before the 50 move roll kicked in, let his time run down to his last couple of seconds, and now opens up game 3.
Let's play something different. Let's try to take space on the queen side as early as possible. I'm sure this is garbage, by the way,
off. But just to reiterate for viewers who are wondering, why was Hikaru doing that?
Do not try
to playing 90 minutes of this 5-minute
really silly,
time control, then it switches
I can also
to
still just
3 minutes and then 1 minute.
Probably just fianchetto my king. Or my
Hikaru, by prolonging these games, just
53.
means there's fewer games that are going to be played in that 90-minute 5-1 segment.
It goes to h6 logical.
Right,
I think
and we have a bit of
a
what do I do setup reverse for White has gotten in the c3 and b4 push.
I'm go knight d2 because
generally something you're pretty happy with and something that Black often prevents with a5. Now knight of d2, another unorthodox maneuver by Hikaru. Where do you think he's headed with this knight?
I think he's just going to play, e4 at some point, get some sort of fighting.
Yeah, 6150 left, and I'm pretty sure I said 6658 or something like that. Let's play h3. So I was able to eat up a lot of time there.
Putting the bishop on h5. He's making it difficult for White to now get that
I have played
e4 push in.
b4, so how do
Maybe
I
Hikaru is going to develop with a move like knight e3. I definitely like Yu Yangyi's position, and he's got to realize that even with Black, he's gonna get chances, and if he wants a real shot in this match, he's gonna take his chances, especially in the 5+1 portion.
Maybe G4 and
C4.
Yeah,
Hikaru with this opening choice is clearly saying
I don't really
want to
play
G4
here. It feels kind of dang.
He just wants a position.
Play A5, A6, and C6 doesn't make sense. B5 is the only way to justify it. Let's go B5. Because now I can play C4 and expand and use the diagonal.
Try to take advantage of this just open position.
Yeah, now I assume I can play C4, E4 then G4.
I think Hikaru's still feeling his opponent out.
Right, he's trying to see
Actually,
how
maybe this
much
is
risk
wrong.
he
No,
can
this
take in
is
the
actually
opening, how
kinda
much he
wrong.
can mess around. C4 expanding in
E4
the center,
takes-
nice
okay,
move.
goes
Now
C6, he doesn't.
that
I can
now
play
that he's
A5
had
to
this
try
pawn
to
on
create the
B5,
classic connect
he already
down.
has pressure on the
Connect
pawn on
6.
C6. So let's see what
Then
he's gonna
get
do here.
A5,
Maybe
A6
move
to
like bishop
connect 6. Right
A3.
now it's only
You
connect
have less
5.
space for white, so it
Knight
makes sense
C3
to
is
trade us some
logical. Bishop
pieces.
A3 very
I
logical.
think for
Taking
Yu
also
Yangyi, he
very
just has to
logical.
become a little bit more comfortable
Knight C3
with playing
seems like a
Hikaru.
good
I
move.
mean,
Just over
of course, he
pressure,
can be a
use the
bit
diagonal,
scary, so to
use the
speak.
knight.
He's this
And again,
online
somehow I've
beast
everything
and
is
blitz and bullets,
justified in
but
terms
you know,
of my
you just
opening
have to
here.
play the game.
Because
That's
A4 supports
how you
B5,
give
I
yourself
got
the
to
best
put
chance.
trust with B4, B5,
And as
I
we see,
can go
he's
A5,
messing
A6.
around in the opening, so you have to try to punish him.
So I
for
got
that.
everything and then some.
Yeah, I mean,
So it's
Hikaru's
very,
really
very
asking
pleasant.
for Black to play something like D4.
Very,
but
very pleasant position
curious,
here.
do you consider Hikaru the favorite or Magnus in
Expected
the
that.
SEC,
Oh, he's got queen.
group
No,
of
queen
Rouge,
A5, I have
who do
knight
you
B3.
consider
No.
in the announced?
I thought he had queen
you know,
A5, but I
player
have knight
list,
B3 to hit it.
favorite this year.
I could have
Yeah,
traded
very good
pawns
question. I
first
mean,
two.
given the fact that Hikaru won last year,
after
he
bishop
also
B4, I
beat
could've
Magnus in
traded.
the
I mean,
Bullet
again, wait.
Championship. I'm leaning towards Hikaru, but
Oh, my
it's
take is gonna
never
take
easy to
and
say
take, but I
against
have the two
against
bishops.
Magnus. What is your take?
Interesting.
Eric?
G4 looks like a good move.
Yeah, I
G4
consider
looks
it probably
right
close
here,
to
but
a 50-50 recent results.
while it looks
Hikaru's
right,
got a bit of an edge, but the matches
I
are
could just
always
play
so
rook C.
close.
I think I'm just gonna go rook
but I do
C1.
consider Hikaru just.
I still want to maybe
previous
take.
years,
I want to keep
before
all the
last year, I would
tension
have
alive
considered
because
Magnus
knight
maybe a
C5
slight
now.
favorite, but after this
Actually,
year's
knight C5 is a
results
good
in the
move. I think
Bullet Chess
I
Championships and
probably should have done
Masters
something different
SEC,
than this.
I think he's right up there, and it's pretty much neck and neck.
I still
Yeah,
have
for
G4.
sure.
Okay,
And
now
I
he's
like what
threatening knight
Yangyi
D3 though,
is
so
doing
I kind
here,
of have to go
infiltrating
here to
these
stop this.
weakened dark stars with his
Now I
bishop
can
and his knight.
take
We see
and play
Hikaru
knight
pushing the bishop
E2,
back
maybe takes,
with
takes,
G4.
takes. Don't
Yu
love
Yangyi
it. I don't
was
really like my
threatening a little
position
trick
here,
with knight takes
to be
D3 with the
honest.
bishop over here pinning that E2 pawn. But this weakens
D1
White's
maybe,
king
knight
set a
D1,
little bit.
queen
And
A5.
Eric, I think Yu Yangyi is
Guess I'll
becoming
go
more and more
here.
comfortable in this
I
match.
want to go here, but
as
after
he's up
takes
40
takes knight
seconds.
D3 forking it, so I can recapture
Yeah,
and
this
dodge
is
the
a
fork.
great position for Black. So it's gonna, if you can manage the
Plays
clock there, and
D4,
looking for
interesting.
some
That's not the
breakthrough.
move I was
I don't know
expecting,
if that's gonna
actually.
be pawn to E4, but
It might be a
Black
good
has
move,
a space advantage now. It's
but go
clear,
here to trade the
and
bishops.
you know some well placed.
He's got a
pieces
great
like this
bash
knight
on
C5.
C5. That's
So
the one problem that I have now. He's got
this
this
is-
knight on
this is
C5.
very
It's kind
promising
of all of
for-
my
for
business.
Yangyi.
It's
So
Yeah, I
knight
should
B1
definitely-
by
I
Hikaru
should
to
trade in
trade
the
if this
center
bishop on
before.
A3.
This is not
E4
right.
now by Yu
I have knight
Yangyi,
B3,
breaking
I
open
can
the
also
center.
Yeah.
I like this position a lot. I mean,
Nah, I
after a
misplayed
trade,
this one.
this knight is threatening to jump into C3. Hikaru might have to trade all of the knights
Yeah.
off, but then he's stuck with this
Here, stop,
weakened
knight
king set over here.
C3.
Knight B1 also possible, but Yu
I'm
Yangyi
down
right
on
now has
clock,
a
I've
free
got a
hand on the
bad
king side.
position.
He can go for moves like H5.
Not very good. A4
Yeah,
maybe not
no,
the best.
this-
I think
this-
somewhere around here.
This is a position Hikaru.
Yeah, I think somewhere around here. I was actually fine.
No
What did I
hesitation.
do
It's one of
wrong?
those positions where
I was actually
you know you're
fine there,
much
but I
worse
messed
as
it
white,
up completely.
and
Now I'm in a lot.
you're just
going to
try to blockade and survive on the king side.
I'll
Let
trade.
your opponent
Probably takes with a
figure out
knight.
how to proceed.
I also had F4 maybe, but
Yeah, but that's the
whatever. Let's
impressive
go.
thing about Hikaru. He has no problem making
Queen
moves like
B3
knight
maybe?
B1. I think a lot of chess
I've
players
got to
would
pick up
really
my speed here. if I
hate to
want
make
any
such a
chance
move. He
of,
goes queen
Yeah.
B3. All right, he's
Any
maybe
chance of
aiming to
swindling
swing
him
that queen
specifically?
over to the king side with something like queen F3. This is definitely Yu Yangyi's game to win. If he doesn't win this one, it's just going to be really tough. I mean, he's got a much better position with black. He's up on the clock. He's got a little bit of practice now, so
Thinking.
let's see how he will try to put this one away.
What do you recommend here? You think Black should try to gang up on the E2 pawn, or play
whenever I should
another
actually
move
take
you
and play
suggested
E3 or
earlier,
something.
H5?
Like E3 here is a move. I
Sometimes
think. E3,
trying to beat
D3,
Hikaru is already the first mistake,
F3,
meaning like
no, F3 knight
I have a
D3.
position
E3,
that I really
D3,
like.
D1.
I spent all my time trying to find
I
the
could play
win instead
E3,
of maybe
D3
slowly building up the position.
Takes
So
maybe a knight
I
D2.
think there's a couple. You can go for the kill here, or you can try to maybe build up on the E file.
That's
double
really
rooks,
asking for it, but it's
target this
actually
E2 pawn
bad.
without
I
spending.
can play rook D1
too many
first and then
resources.
E3 also. Wait a second.
Yeah,
Rook
no, that's
D1.
the tough thing about
No,
Hikaru.
there
Like,
might
he
be-
gets
no, knight C
sometimes pushed to the edge quite, well, not easily, but
takes.
that does happen. He gets pushed to the edge, but it's very difficult
gonna
to
go
push him
for it. I don't know
over
if it's
the
right,
edge.
but I'm gonna
He
go
might
for
get
it.
a very ugly position.
It's
but then
risky
he
playing this,
starts
but I
finding
think it's actually
one
the
best move
play.
after the
'Cause
other,
right here I have a big
and it's
problem.
just
The
very
pawn- the
difficult to
center
put him
and
away.
this
So I
pawn.
think
If
you made a
can
very
get rid
good
of this
point.
weak E pawn,
Sometimes it's just better to
I should be
slowly
fine.
but
Takes,
surely
like,
continue to improve the position.
23 is fine. There
Because
should be
even
no
though after a move like
fossils anywhere
e3,
if he
it
takes. So I'll
feels
bring
like there
queen
might be
e3
something
and see
for
what he
black, but
does.
there probably isn't. So I guess he should just slowly but surely increase the pressure with moves like
I don't
h5.
really expect him to trade, but
Yeah.
d3 is also very
H5 or
committal
rook
because after
E7.
takes and
E3 is such a
92,
provocative move from Hikaru. Who's really asking
it's not
black
trivial
to look
actually
at
how black is supposed
pawn
to
to
win
D3,
there.
which is
fact, I'm
maybe
not
what
sure
Yu
black
Yangyi is
is winning
spending
there,
a bunch of
oddly
time on.
enough.
But yeah, I vote for H5 or rook E7 just to bring more pieces in.
Right, so let's see what Yu Yangyi is gonna do. H5 looks very tempting. Knight G5 perhaps an option as well to threaten to go into F3 or Bishop B4. Trade off those bishops. I think taking on E3, he goes B6. Now, that does slowly improve the position, but it looks a little bit timid to me. So let's see how Hikaru is going to try to crawl out of this. Maybe move like Rook to E1, so he's a little better prepared when the E-file opens up.
Yeah, I mean, White's position looks awful.
I think Rook E1 looks right. I'm going to have to trade at some point, probably. My knight on B1 is so miserably bad here.
Not blunder.
I can maybe take and play knight E2 at some point.
If people are like, I mean, this kind of position we're seeing right now,
I'm trying to induce D3 or something. So just go Rook D8. So
and very capable.
I think I'm gonna have to go for this. I don't really like this at all, but
slightly better positions or in this
do I
case
actually
much
do I
better.
have F4 here?
It's just whether he's
F4,
going to be
D3,
able to finish off
maybe?
Hikaru from those good positions. That's what I'm curious about.
F4. I don't want to burn
definitely
too much
going
time
to get
here.
good positions throughout this match.
It's risky though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like,
We see move Rook D8, a nice,
F4,
solid,
D3,
improving move.
F5.
And now Hikaru is thinking he's
F4 knight C5,
avoided the worst,
takes.
but it's not easy for him to make moves here. His position is just bad. Like, it's difficult to make a move here for White. He goes F4. He's really asking for Yu to play a move like Knight G3. Is he gonna do it? Black can also take over here on E3, but definitely a super provocative move here by Hikaru.
I mean, it looks
Knight
like it should
G3, I have
be
Rook
looting.
F3.
I'm just trying to find what move that is.
We're getting into another scramble again, though, which is always beneficial to me. If I can lock the bishop with F5 behind the chain of 3,
Black refuted.
what does that do?
Knight G3 by Yu Yangyi on the board.
I could play actually F5 here is not that
Queen
not
H4
insane.
eyeing the Rook.
No, actually it is because Rook F1.
Hikaru might have some ideas like F5, but that should backfire. So let's see what he's gonna do. He goes Rook F3. All right.
What am I missing here?
now?
He's gonna have to take.
Is your idea after F5 is
not
just
see that
Black
move.
can play Knight takes F5, for example, or?
I feel like I'm back in the game, but I don't know how to punish him here.
That should be winning, but I don't see the win exactly. So takes. Okay, Hikaru goes King H2. Now you could just move the knight back, attacking the rook on E1. It feels like there should be something here for Black, but I don't see the knockout punch just yet.
Yeah, it feels like there's something, but the good thing is Black is still up on time, so it didn't burn all of his time looking for the win. So as you mentioned, like Black can just retreat with knight e4 and ask Hikaru another question. What are you going to do about that rook on e1?
I think he's going to have to move it. I think he should probably move it to someone like e1 or d1. That's when he goes for knight f2 now, attacking the rook, and knight takes g4. That should be game.
Yes. Should seize it right away. Okay, so knight takes g4 check. Hikaru's planning king g1. And then there's a bunch of options there.
For me, rook takes c3 looks really good. In case you take the rook, there's queen f2, followed by knight takes c3. That's light out.
Yes.
He could also go rook takes e3 right away. He goes bishop h7. He's still winning, but he missed an opportunity there to finish the game off right away. Now, I guess you just take the rook and take on d4. That looks completely crushing, but he's down to 17 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, Black was up on time there. That was where Hikaru was like, I'm just going to play quickly. I know I'm going to lose material and hope to get some chances here. But I like the technique I'm seeing here, Benjamin. This is, looks like Black knows with queen f2, preparing like rook e2 or rook e1. I mean, even with 17 or 12 seconds, Black knows how to finish this game off.
Yeah, queen f2, a nice move by Yu Yangyi. 17 seconds, not the most time in the world. I think the one thing is, though, is that you want to get this bishop into the game somehow. So maybe with a well-timed g6, 8 seconds. Knight c3, Hikaru fighting back, but it's a lot of material. He's down in exchange and a pawn. And maybe Yu Yangyi can also bring that bishop back into the game with f6, followed by bishop g8, and there he goes.
Yeah.
But here comes Hikaru
Some
in 3
tricks.
seconds.
Rook e2, rook e2.
He's complete. Rook d2, nice move. Can you take... No, bishop d5 is there.
Bishop
you have to
d5.
move the king. Bishop d5? Bishop d5? Because rook takes g2, you lose a lot of material. Wait, no, this is over. This is over. There's no move for white.
Bishop d5, the intermezzo is nasty.
Yeah, you're going down a full piece here, and Black is keeping the queens. Rook d3, he takes, and moved. Rook e3, he hung the game.
Rook e3.
Yeah, that was stupid. I threw that with AB6. I could have played king g3 and drawn the game. Why did I take on b6? So stupid. Let's play something else. It's annoying. I could have played king g3 and I would have drawn that game.
Oh my goodness. But does Hikaru see that?
Hikaru lost on time. Hikaru lost on time. That's what it said. Eric, the one time he had a good position in this game, he flagged.
Yes.
You don't make this up. Like, usually it's the other way around, but Hikaru lost his game on time the one time he had a winning position.
Well, the question is, does he know that? Because if you know that, you're going to be a bit more bothered. But if he just lost on time, thinking he was lost, maybe in his head everything is okay.
Rook a2, rook d3 would have been an easy draw.
Yeah, maybe he thought like, oh, the position is lost anyway. I'm
Yeah.
just
That was
gonna let my
stupid.
time run out. But
Very
actually,
stupid
in
by
that
me.
last position, it seemed like
He
he was
completely
completely
blundered
winning
a
after rook
totally winning
e3. But
position.
maybe he had already mentally given up.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he found out, but
Let's go here. I'll
as we're
castle
looking at
next
the
move.
camera now, it looks like he's thinking about a previous
Rook
game.
c7.
Maybe he's just realizing that he had rook e3 and rook takes e4 in that position.
Yeah, I just need to move fast now. Just pick up the speed. Okay, let's go here. Get rid of a set of bishops. All right. Already the advantage is kind of gone for him. If I played king g3, I would have drawn that game for sure. Maybe there's still bishop c4. Check. No, I would have drawn that game for sure if I had played king g3 instead of a takes b6. At any rate, it's in the past. Let's try to reset and focus. I guess I'll go okay, e8. It's actually a bad move. So there's knight g5, knight h7, but I guess I have g6, queen g5. Okay, one thing I need to do here is not like lose my mind. I'm a little bit annoyed that I messed up that game. Play h6. Like, I'm actually a little bit annoyed because he completely messed it up to where I should have drawn, and then I still found a way to blunder anyway. My knight belongs on f6, I think. Let's see. I do have f5. f5 looks quite wrong, but I mean, it looks wrong. So think about how I reset this. I can go knight b8, d7. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Here. How do I play against this bishop? I could play g6 maybe. A little bit risky though. I'm walking into some attacks. Let me think about what I want to do here. Okay, I'm moving too slowly in this game as well. Actually, I'm trying to figure out, why didn't I just play e5? Why did I play nonsense? Really don't want to play f5, but I'm actually struggling to find a better move. I'm gonna play it. I'm struggling to find something better. I really don't like f5, but I'm struggling to find an idea if I play anything else. Go here. Queen d7. Oh, queen d7 was actually probably just better to go rook f6, because now I can't play it in one go. I'm gonna go here and rook f6. So I still have knight d8 somewhere as well. I'll go knight e5. I'll play like rook f8 maybe. Yeah, I think I need to move quicker. I'm moving a little bit too slowly in these games, and it's, if I can get him low on time, he's gonna lose every scramble. So I really just need to move quicker. g4 is not really a threat. I'm trying to find some way to reroute my pieces, but I don't know how to. Here. Take with the queen still. See what he does. Last game was so ridiculous. Why did I not play king g3? So insane. Goes bishop b5, which looks wrong. No, it's quite wrong. I have knight g6, knight f4 here, I think. I mean, it's not like this is winning or anything, but he missed knight g6 for sure. Actually, this might just be very good for me. Knight g6, knight f4, rook g6 looks really bad. Got queen h4. And somehow he's okay. They're amazing. Somehow he's still okay after queen h4 in this endgame. Yeah, of course he finds it. But I still should go for this. I mean, I've got a knife on f4, as Gary Kasparov would say. A knight on f4 is worth at least a queen. So, wait. Oh, wait, actually, is this okay too? I just got bishop f1. That was fairly stupid. Oh, am I actually in trouble now? Maybe not. Maybe I can go here and hold it. I thought I could play rook g6, but bishop f1 just holds all the glue. Not so good. If it was h4, I mean, I'm a little bit surprised by h4 because I assume I go g5 here and just attack. I mean, he's inviting me to attack, and if g3 knight h3, I get, if g3 I have knight h3, g4 and then f4, and then he just loses, I think. Although again, I'm moving a little bit too quickly. I should actually be using my time here, but I assume that it's just bad. Actually, g3 knight h3 king h2, I have f4, which should win as well. Remove it. This looks very bad for him, but we'll see. He's using a lot of time as well. 44 minutes to go. I think this is going to be the last game. I think this will be the last game before. I think there's a break after the at the halfway mark in each time control. Bishop f1, logical. I could play g4 here. I mean, g4 and g4, queen g3, rook h6, rook e5, queen g3, king f7, rook e5, knight g6, maybe. It feels like this should be winning somehow. It really does. I mean, g4 looks right, but g4, queen g3, rook h6. There's also rook f3. g4, queen g3, rook g6, rook e5, knight h5, knight g7. I mean, it's still good. I feel like I should be winning, but I don't know why or how. Could just go king g7. I mean, that's a safe move. Then g3, knight g6, queen e2. I don't have anything again. Wait, maybe I have g4, queen g3, rook h6, rook f3, queen c7, rook f4, queen h7, queen f4, queen h7. I'm gonna go for it. I hope this works. Oh, it doesn't work. He's f3 at the end. Oh no, he's f3 at the end, which I missed. Shoot, I was gonna go for this. Oh, he plays that, which is not what I expected either. Wait, that looks. Let's go here on f4 maybe. I think knight I should have put the knight on g7 probably. I think I'm putting my knight on the wrong square because I want to go g3 f4 and just crush him. Let's go here, I guess. Okay, queen b5 doesn't do anything. I don't think. I'll just go here. Still holding all the glue. Really, it's about whether I can activate my knight and mate him on the h file before he gets like g3, because g3 f4 is bad. If I get rook h8 and then rook h6 with double stack, he loses on the h file. I think I'm actually probably going to win this game just because of the situation here on the board and the clock. So my moves are too easy. I have the very obvious mate threats. He has to find some plan in the center, and it just doesn't look like it exists. Finds queen c5 though, which I think is a heck of a move. Yeah, I think queen c5 is the only move maybe that does not lose on the spot. Actually, that's how bad I think his position is. I really don't want to trade queens, but I might have to. I don't want to. Is there any way to dodge it? Queen c5 is a very, very good move from Yu Yangyi. It's like the only move where I'm gonna gamble here. I'm gonna play queen b8. I'm gonna actually gamble and go for the mate. I'm gonna gamble here and trust that in the scramble I can beat him. I'm sure that queen b8 is not the right move. I'm like 95% sure, but I'm gonna go for it with rook h8, knight f8, rook h6. I'm gonna argue that he can't defend the position. The amount of time he has left. He goes c4. So wait, so I have rook h8. Let's go here. This is exactly what I'm playing for. I'm gonna go knight e7 when he moves rook c3. That doesn't work, does it? Don't I just have f3? Yeah, I go f3 and I just lolly him with rook h6. Or did I just blunder again? Wait, no, I have king f6, right? Ooh, I have king f6. I very nearly just blundered. He loses. He's getting sauced by the double stack on the h file. Still a game after bishop g2. I take and go rook h1. He gets made. Yep. There we go. GG. All right, I think we're on the break after this game, right? That game makes up for the previous one. Game a4 b4, you were winning due to rook e3. I was winning due to rook e3. Where I can pull up chat in between the games. Obviously, I was winning. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm actually garbage. You know, that's ridiculous. You know why that's ridiculous? Because I saw rook d2, rook d5 and ba7. Oh my god, what the heck? Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm actually terrible at chess. Okay, in that case, yes, I'm very happy that I won the final game. Oh my god, that's so bad. That's ridiculous. That's pathetic. Okay, I'll be right back. That's pathetic. How did I not play rook e3? I gotta be careful not to actually tilt myself off the break after that. Okay, go b4. Let's see. Okay, this might be very similar to the last game. I'm not gonna play knight f3 here. I'm just gonna go c4. Okay, let's play c4 here. Maybe just a3. Simple chess. Guard the pawn, of course. I could trade here and play like d4. I think. How do I want? I think I'm just gonna play a simple like knight f3 and bishop e2. Maybe he'll probably play h6 to create luft, but maybe not. Okay, let's just castle. I might play d4. I might not. I'm not really sure. He goes knight d7. Now I just play knight d7. Take and play d4. Maybe just takes knight c3. Keep it simple here. Go c6, logical. I could play b5 here. Rook c1 looks like a rook c1. Maybe actually d3, bishop d6, or d3, rook e8, b5, c5, d4, c4. That structure is probably better for black. Could play. Actually, no. I think I'm just gonna go d3. Keep it simple. I'm gonna go d3, queen b3, rook c1, rook d1. We have 16 to go. Goes a6. I'm a little surprised by that move. I don't really like it. Maybe you can play b5 somewhere, but I feel like I'm getting some queenside pressure here, like knight c5, queen b3, rook d1. I feel like it's very easy for me to play this position, basically. Okay, queen b3, knight c5. I think queen b3 makes sense here. Although he does a b5. He's got b5. Stupid. Very stupid. Well, maybe knight c5 is still fine, but I should have played knight c5 right away. What am I doing? Luckily, this is not a structure that Yu Yangyi particularly plays that often. So goes rook b8. He doesn't play b5, which is interesting. So I could play knight c5 here. I could also just go bishop d4, maybe, just to grip the c5 square more. I also have a wooden shield as usual, so I kind of like my position. Rook d1 makes sense. Knight c5 again makes sense. I think I'm gonna go knight c5 here, because now after I take and I go queen c3, I assume I'm better. I don't actually know if I'm better, but it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, at least. His bishop on h7 also not very good. Like, he's staring at a pawn. Bishop doesn't have tons of scope, so in the end game this bishop might be a problem. Goes knight e5, logical, but obviously trade. This feels like the classic minority report. Let's go like, wait, is there d4, e4, and f4? Wait, so let's go a4, maybe queen b2 here. Sorry, did I just say, I said minority report? This is like I make that mistake all the time. It's like the minority attack, the minority attack in the queen's gambit decline with a4, b5. Yeah, it goes knight d7. I expected that. The bishop on h7 is not great. I mean, I can just keep playing for the minority attack. Takes d4, ba6, f d3, a7, rook a8. I could also just trade and go d4, b5, but d4 opens up the square if I play d4, so I don't really want to play d4 here. I mean, I could just go b5 too, maybe just b5, but then d4 takes d4. I have to think about his ba6 d3 line. I really don't want to play d4. If I don't play d4, I'm not sure how I get this. I mean, I could play queen c3, queen d4 too. Yeah, maybe this is the way to do it, to attack the rook. So on knight c5 I can just take, and when he goes back, maybe I put the queen on d4 here so he never gets d4. Maybe this is the way I should play. I don't know if it is, but it seems okay. He might have actually been able to play d4 takes, rook d5 takes, and bishop d3. Maybe he could have played that. I don't know. He goes rook g5, which the rook feels kind of offsides here somehow. Question is, do I play queen d4 trade? Queen d4 looks right, because takes, and I have rook b1, and he's got problems. This rook is just so offsides. I think rook g5 is a serious mistake from Yu Yangyi. I think it's a very serious mistake from you. Or yeah, not to make the pun, because of course everyone knows about Christopher Yu, but yeah, I think you went wrong with rook g5. So you, me, well, what's the movie? It's You, Me, and Dupree. Is that the old movie with Owen Wilson? Although maybe I went wrong too. Maybe I was supposed to play f4. Probably supposed to play f4 and then queen here, because now the bishop's getting back out. I'm still probably better, but that was a mistake, I think. I could go queen f4 right away though, and force him to, well, but then he has bishop h3, bishop f3. Could play h4 and bishop h5 maybe. I still have f4 too. Like, time should not matter that much, because I feel like, wait, if I go wait a second, if I go f4, rook g6, bishop h5, f6, I don't have anything. Thinking too long actually in this game, but I think I'm gonna go here, bishop h3, bishop f3, or did I just blunder? I think I just blundered. Oh no, I just blundered. That's so stupid. Okay, he had bishop h3, bishop f3, and knight e5, I think, but he missed it. Okay, now of course I take with the pawn, so I have rook b1, and I try to use the file here. And this looks very, very good for me. This pawn on b7, I've got h4 to hit the rook and the bishop. He has bishop h3, bishop f3, but then he doesn't have knight e5 to undermine the bishop on f3. So he played the wrong order, he inverted it, and now I think that I'm in really, really good shape here. I can go king h1. I think I should go king h1 first, so that he doesn't get rook c7 and bishop c8 to guard. Goes there. I can always play h4 if I want. So rook b1, pressure the pawn. Of course, he'll go rook c7. Logical. Rook b4, guard this way, line up the double stack. He's gonna go bishop c8 to guard at some point, but this feels like a Magnus special again. Time to play like a El Magneto would. I assume rook b1 should be correct, although I gave him queen e7, maybe not so great. Yeah, this looks like an El Magneto special. Of course, the moment I say El Magneto, I start thinking about Marvel Snap, and you know, you think about Snap and then playing Magneto for what's it, 12? It's 12, right? 12 I think is what it is, and then you move the 3 and the 4 cards over, and then you win on the left or the center. I don't know why I'm starting to think about Marvel Snap when I'm playing chess, but I am. Okay, I have queen b8 here, which is maybe a move. I also have d4 somewhere. Yeah, why am I thinking about Marvel Snap when I'm supposed to be playing chess? It's a very strange, very strange. Thinking too long again. I'm gonna go here though. Actually, why am I down so much time? I just realized, why am I down so much time? The heck? Insane. Actually insane.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Hikaru spent all his time looking at. Because I mean, the position for white isn't so bad. Maybe there's just something that's bothering him about it. But and yeah, going for this timely queen trade before black can maybe build up a bigger initiative on the king side.
Girl.
So let's see how Yu Yangyi is going to deal with this one. He's got the edge on the clock. I think he just has to keep moving here, keep the tension on Hikaru.
Okay, let's see what we get here. Yeah, Magneto's like that Magneto on the final turn is a really it's really powerful. Like I feel like in general with that deck, if you play Magneto, yeah, it's either you play either Magneto or you play Odin, right? If you get one of those, like that deck is really good though. Let's play queen b8. I know half the chat has no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about Marvel Snap, which is a game that I played on stream in the past, and it's like one of the cards that you can get at the end is Magneto, and if you get Magneto, you either play Magneto or you play Odin, and you generally win the game. Again, why am I so slow? I'm having too much fun here. Go here. I could play h5 or bishop g4. I assume I should go bishop g4 after rook e6. Gonna have to play h5, so I get h5. He has problems on the king side. I don't know why I'm so chill though, because like I am actually a little bit low on time here. Should have played queen f4 actually. And play h5. Not playing this particularly well, but it's still playable. I might have to make a draw here. I think I have to make the draw. I've got no time. I mean, he can make the draw, but I don't care. It burns more time. I think I was actually probably in good shape in this game. Yeah. I mean, probably I was better for like a couple moves, but whatever. Who cares? Let's get back to being rock solid again, because I do have the lead. I mean, I need to remember this is a match, and as I said before, if I keep the score close until the bullet, I'm just going to run away with it. So that's the main thing I need to remember. Now, the takes is supposed to be the correct line. I mean, I had a game against Vasily Ivanchik in this in where was it, in something. I'm gonna play knight e7. It's not the right move, but I'm gonna do it anyway. In the World Team Championship in Bursa, Turkey in 2010, I believe it was, where Vasily played this. I don't believe that bishop c4 is correct actually, but if I go knight h6, he's gonna go knight h4 to trade the knights. Is king h8 bad here or not is what I'm trying to remember. I'm tempted to play king h8 f5, and there's queen h5. I could just move my knight to like e8 also, or d7. Knight e8 d4 doesn't look particularly exciting, but okay, let's have some fun. Let's go knight d7. Let's keep it simple. Let's see what he does. He's got 2 b-shops, but I can play queen e8, king h8. Marginally worse, but nothing out of the realm of I mean, this should be relatively okay. 27 minutes to go. Plays knight h4. Interesting. If I go king h8, queen h5, f6, I should be fine. Takes knight f5, f6. No tricks. I don't see any tricks. At least I hope I'm not blundering somehow. If I get f6, I should be fine. Like queen h5, f6. There's no knight g6. I cover the square. I think I'm okay once I go f6. You know what else I realized? Like, oh no, h6 he takes me his knight g6. No, h6 was not a move. So king h8 must be the right move then. So after takes, queen h5, I don't see it. I think I'm okay here. And the good thing is he's gonna have to burn a lot of clock here to try and figure it out, because if he doesn't burn his clock in this position, if he doesn't burn his clock here, he would end up actually much worse very quickly if I get f6, knight b6, and d5 or f5. So he's gonna spend a lot of time, and basically it's a reactionary situation where I react to whatever he does, and in blitz a lot of times it's actually the situation you want to be in, where you're reacting to your opponent's move, so you don't actually have to think a long time, but you just react and play a move in a couple of seconds. This doesn't look great. I mean, if I go queen g5, he gets h4, which I assume is his whole idea, so I'm just gonna go here. I could have played queen d8 too. I mean, he gets this knight d5 silly trick available, but again, am I really supposed to be worried about this? Like, this just doesn't look very yeah, this just doesn't look very exciting for white. It goes back. I mean, I could play a5. Don't know if it's necessary. I can even just go like queen g6 maybe. I mean, my position looks completely fine here. He doesn't even get to build his big white center. If he plays a4, of course I go a5. Or did I just allow f4 like an idiot? I did. Why did I do that? So stupid. I should have gone to h6, not g6. What the heck was that for me? Yeah, I totally bungled this. This is not what I wanted to do. I guess I'll just take. Go here, play c6, maybe d5. I'm probably gonna have to sack a pawn or something here in the center of the board. Yeah, I'm not playing this very well, as usual. And now my knight's not even on the right square either, on b6. Why did I allow f4? That was so insane by me. Definitely not sharp, which is not helping matters here. Play knight d7 though. There's no. Go here. I'm gonna play knight d7. Oh wait, knight d7 is just a blunder. What am I doing? No, I'm actually gonna just lose this game, because I'm not spotting moves at all here. What the heck was that? Thought I could play knight d7, but he just trades it and I get mated on h8. Very, very poor. This is pretty ugly. Pretty ugly. Okay, let's see. Is there something? Why did I do this? It's just insane. I might just sack a pawn here. Check, king there, f6. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna sack a pawn here. I'm just gonna sack a pawn, play the position, try to draw a slightly worse endgame if I can. But I am not playing good chess at the moment. That was ridiculous. Right around here, if I just go like queen h6, I'm completely fine. Trade, good check. I'm gonna go f6 here, and then maybe queen b2, maybe queen c7. Not good chess though from me. I could trade. I can also just go queen c7, I guess, to guard the pawn. I don't really like queen d4 actually. I think it's completely fine, but I'm gonna get chance, I think, to maybe save the game now with like rook e8. f6. I can play queen a5 here to hit the pawn. Maybe I should have played b5 perhaps, but whatever. I can play queen d2 here maybe. I'll also just go rook b8 and b5. Queen d2 looks like a move. Go here. Trying to complicate the situation. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of it, but I'm trying. Rook e1, of course. Yeah, and I already feel like a total idiot again. That was ridiculous. I'm still only up one game. I feel like I'm up like 2 or 3 just because of the flow of the match. Plays a3. I mean, I guess I should just play b6. I think I'm just going to start moving a lot quicker now. I'm just going to try to pick up the speed here. I missed queen b5. That's a good move. Let's go here. Queen g4 maybe no, queen f4 is better just because I keep more squares. G4 didn't cover anything. Check. I'm gonna go queen c3, I think. Oh, he's got queen b4, which I missed, of course. Not playing good chess at all. It's a little bit flat. I'm just going to keep moving pretty quickly here, though. I think moving quickly is very critical. Let's go here. I don't even know if a6 is probably wrong, but if I get b5 in, there are chances to save the game, actually. Oh, he went to b2. I thought he was going to go to b3. I could have gone queen a5 there, I guess, but my position's improving more than I deserve. Let's put it that way. Still not good, but it's improving a lot more than I deserve. So I can go b5 if I want to. a5, rook a8. I mean, I'm gonna go for it. I mean, a5, rook a8 and queen c7 looks pretty scary to me, but maybe it's okay for white. Again, it feels like Yu Yangyi is kind of misplaying this a little bit, though. He goes for it. Wow. Okay. So wait. So if I play rook a8. Okay, 1. Rook a6. And then rook a8. I mean, this doesn't look right, actually, at all. I mean, I'm sure that I'm still much worse, but getting a little bit tricky. If I play rook a8, I also have b4 now too, which is, I also have rook c8. Like, wait a second. I feel like, wait a second. I feel like I should be okay here if I'm precise. I don't know why I feel like that, but I feel like I should be. I'm gonna go queen f7, queen c2, rook e7. Wait a second. I think I go b4. That should be right. Big baby bunny just subscribed. No, it's not right. That's a bad move too. I think I should have just played rook a8 there. Yeah, it's got rook e4 and already. Now again, I'm feeling kind of stupid about what I've done. Not playing good chess. Not playing good chess at all. Let's go here. Does he have c3? No, he doesn't have c3. This is a very critical game. If I survive this game, I think there's a good chance that he might just tilt off the rest of the match. Wait, he blunders. Or he's got rook c4. Well, queen f2 and rook g5. I mean, wait a second. Yeah, wait a second. Queen f2. Yeah, I can also take and draw the game. Okay, great. And I have rook g5 doesn't do anything. No, I just trade and take, and it's can't lose. Look at the cam. Okay, he's not frustrated. It doesn't look like. Is he frustrated? He doesn't look. There's no visible emotion on his face. Yeah, no visible emotion. Okay. Now I can trade to make the draw. I feel like this is where I need to kind of try to win the game, though. I think I need to try and tilt him with like Queen D2. I think I need to try and beat him in this game, basically. How do I do it, though, is the question. There's no easy way. Let's go here. How do I do it, though? He blunders, and now, okay, now I get to play like Magnus Carlsen. Oh, why did I allow that? What the heck? Oh, did I just, oh my god, I just missed the one check and I just did nothing. Wait, no, I did I dodge a check? I did. I have G5. There we go. Magnus won this against, I think, Fabiano, if I remember correctly, in the GCC. Oh, it's King G3. Wait. No, I go here and King here. He flagged. There we go. We get the win. It's like I said. I think Fabiano lost. Magnus beat Fabiano when he was 9 out of 9 the first game of the second day. What happened? Okay. Now, as you guys have noticed, I played A4, A3, B4, and B3. So we just continue to play our solid pawn pushes. My intention in this match is to try and play every single first move that exists in the game of chess. Now, problem is the match is going so slow that I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. But that was my intention. I want to play A3, A4, B3, B4, C3, C4, D4, D3, E4, E3, F4, F3, G4, G3, etc. But yeah, now we're up by 2. Like I said, I had a feeling if I could win that game, he might tilt off the rest of the match. We're going to see if he actually does tilt or if he has really, really good nerves. Okay, now we're going to try to play like Magnus Carlsen, that stupid scrub, who basically all he does is play end games, no queens on the board. For whatever reason, nobody seems to be able to play them as well as he does. But you know, as I think there's this, there is a saying, actually, jokes aside. It's what's the saying? It's flattery. What is it? Flattery is the most sincere form of imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, or something like that. So okay, plays 97. So clearly this bro's been at home studying chess, because I think Maxime Matlikov played this against me in my perfect title Tuesday run when I went 11 out of 11. On the flip side, the good news is now we're headed for a very, very slow very slow middle game where I'm just going to be able to eat up a lot of clock again. Maybe I can play knight d4. This is 5-1, so I actually have a lot of time to think here about what I want to do. 94, 95, maybe like C. Okay, let's just go for it. Why not? Yeah. Wait. Yu Yangyi. Oh no. He's disconnected. Oh no. Come on. No, not like this. No, not like this. Not the Great Firewall of China. No. Okay, good. He's back. Oh no. Not like that. I don't want to win like that. No. That's not right. I don't want to win like that. That's not how you want to win. That'd be really tragic, like a pretty close match, and he like gets disconnected and loses, and it's like, why? He still might be disconnected though. Let me look at the cam. No, it looks like he's still there. So maybe that's a chess.com glitch, who knows? Although actually I think Yu Yangyi is the only Chinese player who during the pandemic he was actually outside of China. He was playing tournaments or all over Europe. So I think Yu Yangyi might be someone who doesn't live in China, so it actually be kind of weird. It's kind of weird because I don't think he lives in China. I think he escaped. Actually, I should be careful how I phrase that, but I think he's outside of China. Let's take and go king e2 here. Play like rook d1 or rook c1. Goes a5. Okay, logical. I think he wants a4. Now I can play a4 too. I can also go a3 or bishop d4. I kind of want to go rook hc1, but then a4 b4 a3 doesn't look wonderful. I mean, I can play a3, but then the pawns with a3, bishop a6. No, it doesn't look right. I have bishop a3. There's probably some rook d2 knight e4. So a4 softens b4 and creates a weakness. Doesn't really do much. a4 I should not be that worried about. So what am I doing? What am I doing? All right, it's 5 plus 1, so I don't need to panic and lose my mind just yet. I think I'm just gonna play solid, just like rook c1, a4, bishop d4, and who cares? I'm playing against a 1 weak pawn on c6 here. We'll see if I can actually use the weakness or not, but I'm just gonna play against the 1 weakness. Okay, bishop b7 doesn't look right to me. Mainly because I can double. Can also play now. I can maybe play a3 because I don't think bishop a6 is an idea anymore. I really want to go bishop a3 somewhere, but it doesn't work, and he just wants to go back to b6. Okay, I guess I'll go here. I actually don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a good plan. 10 minutes left in the portion, so probably one more game. Okay, now he goes a4. Interesting. What was my idea? Initially I want to play bishop d4. That's right. Initially if he played a4 I wanted to go bishop d4, but now he inverted with bishop b7 rook c2, so now I don't guard the rook anymore. I don't like. Can I go here? Takes bishop e6, bishop a6, bishop c4, rook d2, king d. So b4 a3, bishop a3, rook a3, bc5, bishop c5, bishop e6, f6, rook c5, bishop a6, king e1 should be fine. b4 a3, bishop a3, rook a3, bc5, bishop c5, bishop e6, f6, rook c5 is fine. Bishop e3, bishop f7, king f7, fe3, bishop a6, king f2. I'm still up a pawn, probably a draw. So I'm thinking about this, takes, check here, or this, takes, check, king f2 and knight f3. And I'm up a pawn, probably can't win, but there's no risk of losing. That's why I'm thinking about this very hard here. Before a3 takes, there's no knight. Rook d2, knight e4, rook d3, nothing. Or rook d7, knight e4 takes, knight c5, b4 a3 takes, knight e4 takes, rook a3, knight c5 is fine. b4 a3 takes, bishop c5, bishop b4, bishop b3 is fine. Okay, let's go for it. After all those arrows I might as well just play. Oh and right on cue I spent all that time and he doesn't even do it. That's, by the way, that's the single, and I messed this up actually. I messed it up. That's actually the single worst feeling in chess, by the way, is when you do a long calculation and then your opponent immediately plays something completely different. That is easily the single worst feeling when you play over the board chess with like slow controls. Like you spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes calculating a line and then your opponent immediately plays something different and you feel like a total idiot for doing that. Go f3, I guess. I don't have to. I could have played rook c1 because takes rook g1 might have been good, but whatever, who cares? That's easily the worst feeling in chess. You go, you do all your arrows, you calculate a long line, and the guy plays something else immediately. Like, why did I just play that move in 5 seconds? If I'd known he was going to play knight d7, I would have played b4 instantly. Let's attack the tower here. I don't know if that's a good move. Actually, I think that's a very bad move. He's got knight d7. Okay, but who cares? Just move. Go back to b2 and play chess. Gonna go knight d7, hit the pawn and drop back, guard the pawn, and the show goes on. I'm moving way too slowly again, but that's why I like 5-1, because 5-1's the exact opposite. 5-1's the one where you actually use your time in a way that's similar-esque to like rapid and or classic. Maybe not classical, but rapid at least. Because even though I'm down a minute here, the position I can just, with the increment, it's very easy to play. So we're in an end game again. And as I said, like there is that former world chess champion Magnus Carlsen who seems to win all those end games. So might as well try to imitate him. I've heard that he's pretty good at chess. Let's go here, target the knight and take. Actually, I saw a really funny comment on the chess.com tweet the other day. Let's go here, hit the knight, where basically someone made the joke. They said that now that you've won the SEC 5 times, you have the right to basically not play it again. Basically referring to Magnus, who's a 5-time world champion, essentially making the joke that Magnus, as he's 5-time, he can just like not play the cycle anymore, and that like basically since I've won the SEC 5 times, I could do the same thing where it's like I don't have to play anymore. I could be like, I'm not going to play unless I play against like Ali Reza or something. Do I go e4 here? I don't really like e4, but I think it's a decent move to play. I'm actually down a lot of time, but it's an end game, and I can always simplify and make the draw, which is also why I'm not panicking at all. I'm creating the classic chain of 3. We're down to 5.5 minutes. I really don't like the strategy from Yu Yangyi, to be honest. Okay, let's go h4. He'll play like, okay, let's draw it back. If he takes, I take knight g3, I have king f2. I have to be careful of these tricks though, but takes here and here and here, and I just win. Maybe I have rook c4 in here too. I think I have rook c4, which actually I should have played rook c4 here, because with e4 there's no bishop d5. Stupid. I mean, probably it's not anything special anyway, but it's an idea at least. Maybe I have knight c4 here too to go knight b6, like knight c4, knight b3 takes. Actually, knight c4 is a very serious idea here. This is very serious now. I think Yu Yangyi's in a little bit of trouble because the knight is kind of boxed here, and there are all kinds of fossils with knight e5 and knight d6. Knight b3, I just take a4. It's actually kind of scary, I think, for Yu Yangyi now. This is actually maybe very scary. I'm sure a computer would laugh at me and say you play any random move and you're fine, but to a human at least this looks very dangerous, because knight b6 is a massive threat here to overload everything on the c file. Oh, let's just trade and go check, I guess. There might have been something better, but I think this is correct. And now I've got the chain. He's got ugly pawns, bad bishop. This should be pretty cleanly winning for me, I think. Oh, I could have taken, no, a4 is rook a8. His bishop is just, he's got a bum bishop on him. Let's go here. I'm gonna go after the bishop. I think he's losing his bishop here, basically. Yeah, I think he's actually just losing the bishop. I couldn't play it right away because there was a check. Yeah, I think I just win. And this is why you play endgames like Magnus Carlsen, because at the end of the day, wait, go here, cut off the bishop. Yeah, no bishop a6 here, no counterplay. Let's go here. Oh, let's take the pawn. He's just got a bum bishop on c8. He's just got a dead bishop that can't go anywhere. Yeah, let's just go. He just can't do anything. His bishop is just dead. He's got a dead bishop, and we win. Time for one more game. We're up by 3. Now the train is rolling. Now we're back on track. Let's just keep being solid here. No need to be silly. Let's just stick to the routine and be solid. I thought I was fine in that last game, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I thought I was fine. Okay, I mean, I thought I was fine. Like, am I really so bad at chess? Like, my intuition tells me this position after king h8 is completely fine. Oh, he goes knight d2. Okay, so he changes up the order. I could play h6 g5 and get really cheeky and aggressive. Actually, knight d2 is a good move. Knight d2 is a very good move to play f4. Actually, that is how you should play this. That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. Whatever. Let's just have fun. Let's go after him. I'm gonna play g5 here and attack, although he could go e3 maybe, then maybe knight g6. Not a great position. I think my rating is back to even as well, right? Because I started 32. Was I 32.86 or 82? I don't remember. I'm almost back to even though on rating, which is also nice. Actually, rating is where I expect Magnus and myself to feast. Maybe not. It's gonna be tough for me because after this match I don't have any easy matches, like I get Fabiano. But maybe this is where like Magnus and myself, we should be trying to feast on these players who are slightly low rated, because this is like Magnus and I have a big chance to get our ratings nice and plump and juicy over 3,300. But whether we can or not is a big question. I don't even know why I played knight well, I guess, I mean, I want g3 here, f4 takes 6, f5. I was gonna go g3 knight b6 and bishop h3, but I just realized that after this there's gonna be some queen h5 nastiness incoming. Plays a4, which I don't like. I don't like that. I think I'm just gonna ignore this, because a4 can become a weakness in an endgame. He pushes a5 and I go f5. I don't know why he's pushing p on this side of the board. And now I'm also starting to get up on the clock again, so starting to find the groove, the rhythm, mastering the tempo, as they would say in Indonesia. So I played a4, a3, b4, b3, right? We've played 7 games and I've had 4 whites. So next set of games I need to remember to play c4, because c4 is explosive. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go f4 sooner or later, but okay. But now I've got the 40-second lead, so this is where I want to make sure that I don't lose my mind. Could play it. F5 looks wrong. F5 takes 95 maybe. Could also just trade and go f5. Takes 95. Queen h5. Queen g5. Probably balanced. Takes f5, takes bishop g3, takes 95. Probably reasonable, but not what I really want to play. I could also just take and go 95 like this. I could also trade and play like queen g5, maybe takes here. Rook f7, takes 95. Bishop e3, bishop g4. I don't know if it works, but I'm gonna do it. I'm ahead in the match, so I kind of feel like I'm gonna take a chance here with queen g5. I'll give him rook f7, and if he goes rook f5, I just go back and I hit him with 95 and a clean fossil. So actually rook f5, maybe I even have check in 95, but at any rate, if he takes, I get 95, bishop g4, and I go for the big attack. Don't know if it's good, but I'm ahead by 3 points, so I feel good. But now he gets knight f3. That's not what I wanted. Maybe I can go knight f6. Maybe I have knight b6 as well. Nah, I don't really want to play knight e5, but I think it's the best move, so let's do it. Yeah, let's play this end game. Since I'm up by 3, I feel like taking some chance on some liberties. Let's look at his face in the cam. Again, no visible reaction. Yeah, no visible reaction from Yu Yangyi. I'm looking at his face. No visible reaction, which is interesting, because I'm giving him a chance to take 2 rooks for a queen. Now 2 towers generally not worth as much as a queen, or generally worth more, but I've actually had quite a few end games over the years against Fabuno Karuna, the famous American grandmaster, and Fabiano. He actually really likes getting the queen. I feel like I've had like 3 or 4 end games against him where he's had the queen and I've had the 2 rooks, and he's drawn most of those games very easily. So Fabiano always likes a queen more than 2 towers, so we're gonna get it. Yeah, let's go for it. I'm just kind of curious whether this is good or bad. Since I'm up by 3 points, I don't mind taking the risk. I'm assuming the pawn chain is a little bit soft here. That's also why I think I'm okay playing this. There's a weak pawn I can create past p on the queen side. Structure a little bit weak here with this box, so I don't know if this is actually good for me or not, but I'm just my instinct says that I should not ever really be in danger here. So I think what I'm gonna do is step 1 is I'm gonna go after the pawns. I'm gonna go for the infiltration. I gotta avoid the kebabs on the 7th. If I can avoid the kebab, Let's go here. I feel like I need to keep an eye on this pawn. I need to push the P and try to get a pass pawn on the queen side. That's what I feel like the right play is. I'm sure this is still a draw, but I don't think I can ever really be losing. Okay, a5 makes perfect sense. Fix the weakness here. Goes rook f7. Interesting. So, but he's not threatening to take, is he? I can also go d5 here, maybe. Wait, but d5 no, I think I'm gonna go d5 here. So I have queen d4 with the classic pyramid of Giza. If he takes with a c pawn, I get check. If he takes this one, I have check to hit everything as well. Post take. He can't get a pass pawn now either. So my assumption is this pass pawn is going to be a real issue for him. And if I get to take some pawns here, I could win the game. I definitely could win this game. Yeah, king h1, good move, I think. I can take and go c. Actually, this is very interesting. If I take and go c3, what is... I'm gonna go for this. This is getting very scary. I have c3 and queen b2, and he's got to deal with a lot of weak pawns here all over the board. But maybe he can just go rook f1. He's got rook f1 maybe, and it's still a draw. Yeah, it's still probably a draw with rook f7. Whatever, let's go for it anyway. c3 a little bit committal too, though, because now he can get a pass pawn. But I'm assuming my pawn on c3 is very advanced, and I have a chance to win. Taking a look at the cam to get some idea of what his facial expressions are. Normally I would never play like this, by the way. I would never play this whole situation with the queen versus the two rooks, but I'm kind of curious to see whether the rooks are actually better than the queen or the queen's better, because my intuition says that the queen is better than the two rooks. Of course I take. He can line up the double stack or castle mania, as Michelle Kerr would call it, on the 7th rank, but I do have queen d4. Actually do what am I doing? Queen c2 probably is a draw, probably being the keyword, but it's also kind of risky to play. I mean, queen c2 is just a draw for sure. White has a draw in the bag, at the very least. I play queen d4 takes queen. Okay, I'm gonna try. I want to try. I'm up by 3 points. I feel like I should try to win this. Unless, oh, can he force a... No, he can't force a draw. Okay, so I have queen f6 here. I also have a4. The key is somehow I need to keep both these pawns alive to try and win. But can I? Probably not really. Okay, I'm gonna go a4. Oh, did I just want a rook e4? Oh, wait. That might be a mistake. Yeah, I missed this. Now I think I have to lock him in the box with h5, h4 probably. Let's just lock him in the box. Or did I just blunder again? Oh no, did I just blunder? I guess I have a draw with queen e5, queen e1 actually. Queen e5 takes, check, check is still a draw. Okay, so I still keep the window of a draw. I can play queen f4 to try and win, but I think that's just insane to do. So let's go here. Yeah, after takes, I mean, I just have to make a draw. I've got a minute. Oh, time is out, right? Time's just out. So yeah, time's out. So let's just make the draw. No need to waste time. Yeah, game's a draw. All right, pretty good stuff. We're up by 3 at the end of the portion. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, pretty good stuff. Can't complain. Can't complain about it. I mean, it's not, you know, actually I want to see, was this good or not? Let's see. So computer thinks this was okay. I was supposed to go queen e5, not queen d2. Computer gives black a small advantage. So my intuition was right. The queen was better than the two rooks. I mean, of course the queen is better than two towers. Duh. What kind of stupid question is that? d5 was okay, but now it's just zeros here. Wow, just zeros the whole way after this. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I know the game that I lost on time was winning. I'm aware of that, you guys. But yeah, it's pretty good stuff. We're up by 3 as we move to 3+1. Yeah, still pretty good though, pretty good.